Hello, and welcome to Accountants Institute. I'm John Fox, and in this info video I'll be introducing you to the professional membership qualification, Registered Qualified Accountant. So what is a Registered Qualified Accountant? Well, our formal definition is, a Registered Qualified Accountant is a professional accountant who has been assessed by Accountants Institute as qualified to be registered, and has attained a particular level of professional learning and experience during his or her career profile. This is the Accountants Institute definition, and it is governed by our Recognition of Prior Learning and Experience Policy, or RPLE for short. The RPLE policy also defines 3 other grades of professional membership, which together cover the major milestones during your career development. In this info video I'll be focused on how you can become a registered qualified accountant, and I'll provide details of the other grades in separate videos. Before I explain the details about the RQA, I'd like to explore the generic concept of qualified accountant, and what makes an accountant qualified. The term qualified accountant consists of 2 words. Let's analyze each of these words separately, and see if we can gain a better understanding of their meaning when they are put together. The Accountants Institute definition of qualification is the formal recognition of the attainment of a skill, which has been established by assessment of a person's ability to use that skill. The assessment method must be reliable, consistent, and transparent. The assessment is the gateway mechanism that establishes the attainment of the skill, and the assessment method must establish the criteria for acceptance through the gateway. So that's our official definition. Acquisition of skills, during your career profile, is the route towards the gateway. The skills route can take many different paths, but each one will lead to the same common gateway. A skills route may follow a learning route, an experience route, or a balanced combination of both learning and experience. So how do we assess learning and experience? Well, the assessment of academic learning is usually defined by a traditional exam sitting, which results in the issue of a certificate. Whereas, an assessment of experience is typically defined by a statement of truth, such as an attestation, which can be validated by an independent third party. So our definition of qualification is the successful transit through an assessment gateway that formally recognizes a defined standard of attainment of a skill, or combined set of skills. Therefore, passing through the assessment gateway defines you as qualified. So what about the word accountant? The Accountants Institute definition is, an accountant is a person trained and experienced in the professional application of accountancy skills. In other words, a person who utilizes a large proportion of accountancy skills during their working day can be regarded as an accountant. Putting the 2 words together, qualified accountant, our definition is: a qualified accountant is a person trained and experienced in the professional application of accountancy skills, who has successfully passed through a formal assessment gateway, in order to be recognized as qualified. So we now understand what a qualified accountant is, but what are the criteria that Accountants Institute use when applying the assessment gateway, and what does the member need to do to successfully pass through it? In line with other professional membership bodies, Accountants Institute recognizes that to become a qualified accountant, a person must demonstrate a mastery of core accountancy subjects, which cover a breadth of essential skills, and that those skills have been gained via a combination of learning and on-the-job experience during a minimum prescribed period. Therefore, the Accountants Institute professional membership assessment is concerned with 2 primary criteria, which are the breadth of relevant accountancy skills acquired during your career profile, and the depth of usage of those skills. The Accountants Institute RPLE assessment model provides a list of essential skills which we regard as relevant within a professional accountant's career profile. The model requires a minimum of 60% of the core essential skills to be learned or experienced, and, in the case of the registered qualified accountant, those skills must be acquired during a minimum of 9,600 spectrum hours. To put this into context, the model allows a standard value of 1,200 spectrum hours per annum to be acquired, and so the standard combination of learning and experience required to become a registered qualified accountant is approximately 8 years. I use the word approximately, because the RPLE assessment model is sophisticated enough to recognize real-life career profiles. Many accountants cram their academic learning in parallel with their day job, and in reality they will acquire a lot more than the standard 1,200 spectrum hours in 1 year. I want to make it crystal clear that the 9,600 spectrum hours begins from the first day of your career profile, and not from when you first join Accountants Institute. So for example, an accountant, called John, joins us today with a combination of learning and experience of say 12 years to date. He completes the upgrade application, and he receives his RQA award offer within just a few days of us receiving the references. Depending upon how quickly the referees respond, we could issue the award offer within the week. There's a simple 4-step process in becoming a registered qualified accountant, which starts with your registration as an affiliate member, so if you are not already registered you can do so on our website. You can then jump right in and start building your RQA application. This will be an exciting and enjoyable experience, representing the next step in your career development. You've nothing to lose and everything to gain, and you'll be very welcome to join us. Thanks, and have a great day.